Alright, so this next problem we're going to look at is we're going to be completing the square a little bit. But before that, there's a couple more simple problems where we're just finding the value of c. We're looking for our constant, alright, and we want to find c to make the quadratic or the trinomial a perfect square. Alright, so the rule you want to use for that is you want to take your middle term. So let's look at this first one. It's x squared plus 6x plus c. We want to find c. So you want to look at your middle term, alright, divide it by 2, and square it. Alright, so 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 squared equals 9. So c is going to be equal to 9. Alright, it's that simple. And you could even check your work, because if you were to plug in 9 for c and factor that, you'd end up getting x plus 3 squared, which is exactly what you want. That's what makes it a perfect square. Alright, but it's not always going to be that neat. So if we go down and look at number 9, where it's x squared minus 11x plus c, alright, now we have negative 11 as our b, as our middle term. But you still just want to do the same thing. So if I have negative 11 over 2 squared, that's going to be 121 over 4. Alright, which is going to be your c. Alright, 121 over 4, which is going to be your c. Alright. Now, if we go down, now we actually want to solve the equations by completing the square. Round to the nearest tenth if necessary. Alright, so let's do number 11 real fast. So when you're completing the square, you want to get a perfect square trinomial in here. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is move the constant to the other side. So I'm going to rewrite this as x squared plus 4x. I'm going to leave a little space here for my c, equals 12, because I moved that 12 over. Alright, so now in order to make this a perfect square trinomial, I want to take half of 4, which is 2. 2 squared is 4. Alright, so there's my perfect square trinomial. But remember, whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other. So I'm going to add 4 on both sides as well. So now I have my perfect square trinomial. I want to factor this as x plus 2 all squared. Alright, equals 16. Now I have something that I want. Alright, and this is actually extremely convenient, because when I take the square root of both sides, 16 is a perfect square. So the square and the square root cancel out. We're left with just x plus 2 equals plus or minus 4. So move the 2 over. So I have x equals negative 2 plus 4 and x equals negative 2 minus 4. Alright, and negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. So x equals positive 2, and negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6. So those are my answers, and that quadratic was solved by completing the square.